spot. I put my family in a good situation with me.
Right.
I lost my car, my house, and everything. I've been in those streets, and then I asked God to forgive me what I did. I didn't need nothing to this girl. I paid $38,000 to bring her to a different country. But you know what? At least I can see my kids. At least I respect.
Do you see your kids? Should you see them? Should you see them?
No.
Right. Hold that. Give me Ciroc. Give me Ciroc. What's it? 76.
You should forgive.
Listen to this script. Read.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldst get a friend,
you're gonna get a friend. The wife, your ex-wife, I'm assuming that. Yeah, right, okay. But she's not here. You haven't seen your kids. It said, God said, if thou wouldst get a friend, there's something you didn't do before you got with her. Read.
Prove him first.
You had to prove her. You had to prove her first. So you should have been with her for a while to make sure she wouldn't go off. Right, read.
For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over.
So the waters were real rough. God held the water still. We came down the Euphrates and came down what's called Africa today, the continent of Africa. We came down here, read.
For through that country there was a great way to go.
It was a great way to go. So we came down and we came around the southern continent of Africa, making docks along the way. It was a great way to go. Let's see how long it took us. Hold what you got. Read.
Namely, of a year and a half.
So it took us a year and a half. Now I'm going to show you this, but I'm going to show you, we're going to pull it out, what they call the land where we went. We came down the Euphrates, came around what's called Africa, docking and coming around, and then we came over here to this land. We're the first ones here. South America, we started populating all the way up through North America, Canada, and Alaska. Read.
And the same region is called Osiris.
The same region is called what?
Osiris.
So where it took us a year and a half to go, that region is called Osiris. You got what I want? Listen to this. These are the northern tribes of Israel. In school they say the lost 10 tribes of Israel. Nobody knows where they went. Or the lost tribes. Where are they? But the Bible just said the 10 tribes went, the Bible, the King James Version Bible that everybody got in their church said the Israelites went to a land where never nobody dwelt before, and it's called Osiris, right? Let's see what they got right here in the encyclopedia. Read what you got.
Jewish Encyclopedia.
Read with passion.
Jewish Encyclopedia.
Dang.
Osiris.
What?
Osiris.
That's the same name over here, right? In the Bible. Osiris, read.
The name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man.
So, because everybody lived on this side of the planet. There was nobody on this side of the planet. That's what they got, what they say, the new world order, the new world that everybody was coming to, that they was conquering. That's this side of the planet. Nobody was over here. But the northern 10 tribes of Israel. Let's prove it. Read on.
In which the 10 tribes.
In which who?
In which the 10 tribes.
Did you hear that? It said, who did it just say? In which who? Read it again.
In which the 10 tribes of Israel would dwell.
In which the 10 tribes of Israel would dwell. Read that part again, verse 40.
Verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Josiah the king.
We went into the Assyrian captivity. What book are you reading?
The King James Version.
Read again.
In which the 10 tribes of Israel would dwell, observing the laws of Moses.
Observing the laws of Moses. Let's get one of the laws. Hold that. Give me Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. Because you can see it. If you can see it, you can kind of put it, wait a minute. It's talking about the Israelites. Let's see this law that the 10 tribes was keeping. One of the laws, because they left to go back to keep the laws that they never kept. Read. Remember, because Moses saw that they weren't keeping it. Here we go. Just last two verses. Read.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments
For how long?
throughout their generation.
What does it mean throughout your generation? Forever. So when the kids come out, you put clothes on the kids got to have fringes on them. Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the border of a and that they put upon the fringe of the border a ribbon of blue.
Blue. That's why you see blue on here. Mine's dark. You got his. You can see everybody blue. It might be light blue. Like some of our tribes, they get light blue, real light blue. What is it, like a teal blue? Teal blue that they have on? It doesn't matter, as long as it's blue. Say again? Oh, yeah. Look at this. Yeah, look at our peeps right here at the bottom. See, they got the fringes on the clothing. Can you see it?
Down at the bottom?
Yes. You see it? Let me see if I can hold it up for you. Uh-oh, the wind blowing. Can you see it? See, we got the fringes on. We got the fringes on our clothes and a border of blue. It can be dark blue, it can be light blue. Reverse. Keep reading. Read on. Oh yeah. So that's one. No, not yet. Hold on. So that's part of it. We put the fringes on with a border of blue. Read.
Numbers chapter 15 verse 39. And it shall be upon you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all.
So we had to look at them. These are here. You know how they say in school, you know, tie a ribbon on your finger, help you remember something. We didn't do that. That's the, like you were saying earlier, the Roman custom. Yeah, like you were saying earlier, the Roman custom. And you see everybody doing it today. Nobody puts these on to remember anything. But this is what we did. We remembered because they wanted to, you know, thwart everything. Hey, do it our way, right? So we put these on so we can remember. So when we see something out of order, hey bro, you know, you're supposed to have fringes on. Hey sister, you can't have pants on. God said wear a dress. Cover your head, sister. You know, act modest. You know, don't be up in men's face. Go over here, you're supposed to be shamed. That's to help us remember the commandments of the Lord. Read.
And remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
And what?
And do them.
So it helps us remember the commandments and do them. And it says forever. Throughout your generations, that's forever. That means you go and you have a woman with you got your woman, your wife, you have a baby, the baby come out, you put clothing on that baby, the baby got fringes on with a border of blue. Little girl, you're gonna cover the boy's head too, but the little girl come out, you gonna cover her head. And you're gonna grow them and you're gonna teach them all the ways of the Lord throughout their life as they're growing up. And part of that teaching is coming out here in the streets. You see them and you see the sisters walking around with pants on. You see that? Like I got a daughter, a little young daughter, and she comes up and she's like, yo, hey dad, why she got on pants? Yo, she's breaking God's laws. I remember my grandmother didn't wear pants until my mom kind of talked her into it. She's wicked as hell. Talked her into wearing pants. And I remember she tried to take a picture with me and I wouldn't stand. She's like, that nigga won't take no picture with me. No, you got on pants. Wicked. According to the Bible, wicked. Of course I didn't know. I just didn't, like you see here, all the sisters got on dresses. They don't have on, we didn't wear pants. We knew that because we was keeping God's laws. And it was an oral tradition. We weren't reading, you know, mostly the chiefs that was over us, the priests or the chiefs, as we might say, that was over us. They kept all the written stuff, and we just go to them and they read it to us and teach it to us. But it was common. It was everything that we did. We just went to them for story time. They told us the stories. Like when I was young, they just grandma, grandpa, everybody just called us in and they just told us the stories and stuff. We didn't know all of it. They didn't tell us that, you know, it was Israel or stuff like that to save us. Because, you know, you go outside, hey, you know, this is my plan. What you doing? They found you hanging in a tree the next day. You know, it was just horrible. They didn't do it, so they watered it down a little bit and do it. But then in doing that, the oral traditions just kind of faded and faded and faded until we got into that mindset of I'm dolo. Or is that what they call it? Doing everything. You on your own today. You know, I'm doing it. Huh? YOLO. That's YOLO. Dolo. I'm doing everything on my own. You know, I'm me. I do this my way. But we never operated like that. We rode around in packs. We did everything together. If one was over here doing something, everybody came over here, helped them, get it done, and then everybody moved on. We never left anybody out by themselves. But now, they come into us and now everybody's just going out, I'm doing me, bro. I'm doing me. So now we got to come back. What we're doing is showing you we got to come back from doing that. We got to come back to who we are, keeping our customs, so we can get the heck out of from up under the Romans, Europeans, Americans. That's when Paul went out. Paul was like, neither Jew nor Greek. People come up and say that all the time. It's because our people were calling themselves Americans. Oh, wait a minute, in the New Testament, they were calling themselves Greeks because we were under the Greeks who changed their name to Romans. It's the same people, and then became European Americans. It's the same freaking people that we were living under then that took over everything. And all they did was took our records and painted everything. Baruch, give me Baruch. Wait a minute, let me finish this because, we came here to get to do our commandments. That's why we was here and we were left alone. Read what you got. Read from the top again.
Ashra, the name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel would dwell, observing the laws of Moses.
So observing the commandments that Moses gave us from God, read.
Until the time of the restoration.
Until the time of restoration, which is coming up. We're about to get up out of here because the prophecy is we're going to figure out who we are and we're going to start going out in the streets teaching the word. And those who come, give me Zechariah 13 and verse 8. Hold that, which I told you, give me Zechariah 13 and 8. Those of us who come, we getting up out of here. We're going to get the kingdom and living forever. Read.
According to 2 Ezra 13:45.
It says 2 Ezra. Right here it says, it says 4th Ezra right here. And here is 2nd Ezra. But you got Ezra, Nehemiah, where it'll be 1st Ezra, 2nd Ezra, then you got 3rd and 4th. And on the encyclopedia it has 4th actually. But he knows that's why he says 2nd Ezra. It's right here. Read.
Columbus identified America with this land.
Columbus did what?
Identify America with this land.
So that's how we know this is what it is. America. Now they just broke it up and said North, Central, and South. But this whole land is called Osrith over here. It was unpopulated. We came over here, Gad. These people right here, all these people right here. You see this? Ephraim. Ephraim led the way. He was the head. Manasseh, the Cubans, Simeon, Dominicans, Zebulon, which is Guatemala to Panama. That's the Mayans. Gad, that's you and me. We're called Gad in the Bible. Hold one second. Reuben, that's in Florida, the Seminole Indians. That's Reuben. That's your brother. Asher, that's Colombia to Uruguay. Issachar, that's the Mexicans. They say the Aztecas. That's Issachar. And then you got Naphtali, Argentina and Chile. That's who came and we populated this whole land. Because if you look at all the history, they say, Hispanic history, and then they go like this month, they say Native American history. But you look at the clothing and stuff that they're wearing, it's like, wait a minute, this stuff looks the same.
Right.
How is it? But we never put it together that we're the same freaking people.
Right.
What they did is came in and drew lines as they was conquerors. The Spanish was conquering the South, the conquistadors for all you Hispanics out here, they was conquering the South, and then you had French came in there, the English came in, they're all the same people though. They were just speaking different languages, the same Romans that we were under in the New Testament, speaking. What was you about to say?
Okay, let's go back to what we talking about he was traveling before Africa and all that. What were you speaking of? You were speaking about Mesopotamia and all that, right? We're talking about the Tigris, Euphrates, right?
The Euphrates, that's what the Bible said. We came down to Euphrates.
Okay, Mesopotamia, that's what that means, the land between the two great rivers.
Right.
Yeah, Tigris, Euphrates.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
That's what it means.
Yeah, so it's great to know that.
Yeah, when you're dealing with Mesopotamia, you're actually dealing with Sumer. And you go to Genesis 14 somewhere, it speaks about the land of Shinar. S-H-I-N-A-R.
Yeah,
Shinar.
okay.
That's dealing with Sumer.
Right.
Ancient Sumerian civilization, which in the beginning they spoke cuneiform, a cuneiform language.
We spoke Hebrew.
Huh?
We spoke Hebrew.
No, but those people spoke cuneiform in the beginning.
But we're not the same people. Everybody that was over there ain't the same people. Watch this. Give me a Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. I'm gonna show you something because a lot of people think the African Americans are here. Yeah, it's good knowledge, and it's great to have knowledge. But if you ain't doing something, our black behinds gonna be here in slavery on the bottom, and we ain't getting nowhere. You're gonna be talking about no justice, no peace. We're sickly. They're killing you. They're killing you. Putting stuff in your food, and then over you gonna say, I know that's Mesopotamia. And say, yeah, eat this nigga and you're gonna die. Now you know that's Mesopotamia. What we're trying to do is we're showing you where we fell off and what we have to do to come back. Oh, what you got? Read what you got. I mean, what you got?
I'll be honest. I lost everything I got. And I'll be honest, you gotta ask God for forgiveness.
Give me John chapter 9, verse 31. Where you from? What's your nationality, bro? What's your name? You Mexican, what's your name? Oswaldo. I'm Yara Cobb. Oswaldo. Look, right here on this sign.
I read it.
You see Mexico over there?
Yeah.
What's the word beside Mexico? It's Issachar.
Issachar.
Yeah, you're an Issacharite. They Aztecas, right? They been playing soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody like, yeah, the Aztecas. No, you'll call. This is nicknames we made up. But in the Bible, you'll call it Issachar. Now you say you gotta pray to watch this. Read. I'm gonna read some hard stuff to you from the Bible because things happen to us. We get sickly. You know, something might happen. You say you're homeless, and they say, hey, you know, you just gotta pray about it. I'm gonna show you something that's gonna hurt your dang on feelings right now. John 9:31. Read.
John chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
What?
Sinners.
That God heareth not sinners.
He said, God heareth not sinners. What's sin? Give me that. What's sin? You know what sin is? God ain't listening to sinners. Huh?
Yep.
Do you know what sin is?
Yeah.
You been drinking?
No.
Drugs or anything like that?
No.
You seem like you...
I've been sober for 3 months.
Sober for 3 months? Okay, it just looked like you're slurring a little bit. I just wanted to make sure. Just trying to make sure, you know, that's what we do, we make sure. But anyways, so they said, God heareth not sin. You know what sin is? What is it?
Against God's word.
Against God's word. Do you have an example?
Adultery.
Adultery. Murder, right. How about you? You got one? Stealing? Stealing, right. How about you? You got one? Kidnapping. Like they're doing on the border right now. They're taking all our little brothers and sisters away from their parents, putting them in cages and send them off. You never see them again. And then they say, oh, we found some of the adults, their parents, out in the desert dead, decaying. No, you murdered them. That's what they're doing, kidnapping.
I just came from my family from a different country.
Right.
Mexico.
Mexico. Now watch this. What's sin according to God? Read what you got.
1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin.
Now this is the definition of sin according to God, not to what we think, because we might say it's doing wrong, not following God's word, but we might not know all of it. Right, read.
Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
You do what?
Transgresseth also the law.
For what?
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Sin is the breaking of God's law. Read it again.
Whosoever, John chapter 1, John chapter 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law.
Transgress means to break, right? To go against. Read.
Yes, sir.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Sin is the breaking of God's law.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Right.
Now go back to John 9 and 31. Read this.
John chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
God ain't listening to you. You can go homeless as an Israelite. If you one of these 12 tribes, which tribe are you from, sir? Do you know which tribe? Are you from one of these tribes?
My friend just shared with me I'm from the tribe Judah.
Judah, okay. So-called African American. You're from the tribe of Judah. How about you? African American? What do you go by? Native?
I don't call myself that.
Isaiah 1 and verse 3. I'm going to show you the prophecy on, and you're Issachar. I'm going to show you the prophecy on that. I'm going to show you, you're going to get how bad you've been destroyed here in America. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you've been destroyed, and you have no clue. You're walking around in the biggest form of witchcraft there is. You think that was witchcraft when you was doing it the other night? Called, what was that, Halloween? No, that's nothing. You're the walking dead. You was putting on costumes mimicking yourself. Y'all are dead. You're in a dead state when you're not following God's commandments. Read what you got.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3.
This is the prophecy of what you just said.
The ox knoweth his owner.
God said the ox, that's a big stubborn animal. God said the ox knows his owner. Read.
And the ass his master's crib.
The jackass, a donkey, knows where his house is. And if he knows his house, he knows his owner. But what?
But Israel.
Who?
But Israel.
I just call myself whatever I want.
doeth not know.
Oh, but who?
But Israel doeth not know.
The Israelites. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are the Israelites of the Bible. He said, but what? But
doeth not know.
But who?
Doeth not know.
But who?
But Israel doeth not know. My people.
Who is that?
My people.
God said, my people. That's possessive. That's your chair. It ain't mine. That's possessive. That's your shirt. God said, my people.
Doeth not consider.
You don't even consider you're the greatest people on this planet. You've been wronged in every way possible, and it continues to be wrong. We got a brother that's homeless right now. He don't know where to go. A lot of us been homeless. You don't know where to go. This is our land. This is his land, and he's homeless. He can't go anywhere. Sirach 29 and verse 21.
I have, you know what I'm saying? I lost my family, my spot. I put my family in a good situation with me.
Right.
I lost my car, my house, and everything. I've been in those streets, and then I asked God to forgive me what I did. I named Nina to this girl. I paid $38,000 to bring her to a different country. But you know what? At least I can see my kids. At least I respect.
Do you see your kids? Should I let you see them? Should I let you see them?
No.
Right. Hold that. Give me Sirach. Give me Sirach. What's it? 76.
You should forgive.
Listen to this script. Read.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend,
You're going to get a friend. The wife, your ex-wife, I'm assuming that. Yeah, right, okay. But she's not here. You haven't seen your kids. It said, God said, if thou wouldest get a friend, there's something you didn't do before you got with her. Read.
prove him first.
You had to prove her. You had to prove her first. So you should have been with her for a while to make sure she wouldn't go off. Read it again.
If thou would get us a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Be not hasty to credit her. So next time, this is your lesson. This is your lesson right now. Be not hasty to credit the sisters when you go down. So now you just don't run up on a sister and be like, yo, you gonna have sex? And they might throw it at you or something. No, you gotta prove her. You gotta know that she's there to do the things that you're gonna want her to do for you.
Right.
She's your helpmate.
That's right.
Did God give her to you? Or did you just go out and pick her on your own? Did she come? Did you say, well, this is my condition. She's going to give me a place to stay. She's going to give me a ride. She's going to give me a car, so I'm going to run off with her. God may have not put her. Maybe he put her there just to give you a ride where you needed to go. Just to give you some place to stay right now.
I put a house, car, everything. She took everything
Right.
from me.
Well, you know now not to do it anymore. You know to prove, and to do that, you're going to have to repent, come back to who you are, that God said you are, Issacharite, not a Mexican. Issacharite, get with the brothers and learn who you are and keep the commandments of the Lord.
Yes, sir.
Right? And then being home. Give me Lamentations 5. Well, actually, go to the one I got you holding. Because there's the chief things in life. There's basic things that you need to get going, and you need to get back up and get moving in that direction. Sirach 27 and verse 21.
That's what I was going to.
Oh, 29. I see. Let me see what you got. 29, 21. Sirach 29 and 21. Let's go, because you gotta put this stuff together. There's basic things you need to start working on. You need to say, okay, I don't have a place to stay, stuff's going on. You say you gave up the alcohol or drugs, whatever it was, leave that stuff alone, you don't need it anymore. You gave that up, that's a step. You're going in the right direction. Now you get to the place, find help. They have places around here that will give you a place to lodge for the night. You already got it, offer, so you know what you're doing.
I live in the church.
Right, you're going in a positive direction. Find you some work. Don't go out spending your money everywhere. Find you some work. Hold on to your money. Buy the cheap things that you need. Little food here, little what. They probably feed you too at the place where you're at. They feed you. Eat the food that's there. There's certain things you can't eat and certain things that you can't eat. Now on those days, on the things that you can, we'll get it for you. I'll show you. On the days that they're serving food that you're not supposed to eat, you can refrain from it. There's nothing wrong with it. You can eat the clean stuff that you can eat. Because I'm pretty sure they can eat salads, fruits and vegetables and stuff. Well, whatever I'm gonna go over, we'll see. But you can eat the clean things and then go back. And if they don't, consider the fast. It might not be the whole fast according to the Bible, but what you're doing is afflicting your soul, and God's going to see you afflicting your soul, trying to get better, and he'll move you around like he moved you over here today. He'll move you in front of the people that you need to get with so you can get to a better life. Yeah, right. Watch. This is the basic things that you need, and you're already going in the right direction. Just watch this. Read what you got. 29-21.
Come on, y'all. We need y'all to subscribe to help us push. We got a lot of work to do in North Carolina. The Carolinas need this work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Carolinas need this work. So we need y'all to go and subscribe right now. Grab your finger. This one right here in particular.
Right.
Swipe the YouTube that you're probably already watching. Click the YouTube app.
Right.
Go to IUIC Raleigh page. Right up under there, it says subscribe. Click that button one time. Click that check. Subscribe to IUIC Raleigh.
Sirach, chapter 29, verse 21. The chief things for life is water.
Water. The chief things for life. These are things that you need to focus on getting. Basic things. And we got to pay for our water. This is our land. They took it from us.
Right.
Right? And now we got to pay for water that falls from the sky free.
Right.
Read.
And bread.
Water. Bread. Get you some water. Get you a little bread. You don't need to go out spending your money on the alcohol, the drugs. Yo, I got to get these rims for my car. Oh, you don't need that garbage. Read.
And clothing.
Clothing. Get yourself some clothing.
That's the only thing I'm missing.
Right, but you got some now. We got to show you. You got to come back. Put fringes on it. You can do what's called poor man fringes. If you ain't got money to buy it, get you some scissors. You get the bottom of your shirt and just cut little slits around the bottom of your shirt. I was telling the brother earlier. And you get a border of blue to put on it. We'll read that to you again. You probably wasn't here when read it. Read.
And a house to cover shame.
And a house to cover shame. You got shelter right now. You good. Somebody's helping you.
She took everything from me.
But you said you got the little shelter that they allowing you to stay in. So you got that. You got the chief. That's it. Is that all I got? That you got the chief things in life. What did I say we was going next? Lamentations. Lamentations 5:1. Watch this. Because you say you don't have anything. To show you something that happened to it. It happened to all of us when the war broke out. Hey, how y'all doing? Did y'all get one of our flyers? What's your nationality? Read what you got. Yeah, this ain't for everybody. It's just for a certain group of people. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you that. There's only a few people that's going to listen to this. As you can see, the wars breaking out. There's wars and rumors of, damn, what the hell she got on? Wars, rumors, that's horrid dress.
Everything.
Wars, rumors of wars. There's all kind of mess going on right now. You see Israel, they're killing the Palestinians, Palestinians killing Israel, the people that's in the land of Israel right now, that's occupying it. You see the United States going on, they got the military and all the countries over there fighting and training the people to fight. You got Russia, you got North Korea that just went over and joined up with Russia. The world is coming to an end. World War III is coming, and you're walking around willy-nilly like nothing's going on in your own world, doing what you want to do, and you got the prophets out here telling you to come back. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're going to die with the people that put you in slavery. It's a shame that you got to go through what you're going through. Homelessness, no food. You got the worst jobs out here. You're getting paid in pennies. Some of you get paid a 6-pack of alcohol to fix something. And then you're going to die with the people that put you in those conditions. That's a shame. Read what you got.
Lamentations chapter 5, verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us.
Man.
Consider and behold our reproach.
Remember what came upon us, Lord, because my brother said he's praying to the God. We said, remember what came upon us. Remember the people who conquered us and put us in slavery and kept us here and gave us all this degraded food, gave us all the conditions that we're in. And they say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Hell, we can't even afford the damn boots to put the bootstraps in.
Right.
Read.
Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
It said our heritage is turned to strangers. There was a so-called Native American bro over here right now. We got an Issachar right here right now who calls himself Mexican. It said our inheritance is turned to strangers. Bro, listen to the script. Read that part again. Read.
Our houses to aliens.
Our houses, you so-called Mexicans, you so-called Native Americans, your houses is what?
We are orphans.
Read the part again, go up.
Our heritage is turned to strangers and our houses to aliens.
Our houses is turned over to aliens. And they say you're the illegal alien crossing the border. No, the illegal aliens came here in the 1600s. They started coming here in the 1400s with Christopher Columbus and Amerigo Vespucci. This landmass song, give me that song, what that song, 94 and 11. This, hold on, what you got? Well, just go ahead, Psalm 94 and 11. 49 and 11. This landmass is called Osiris. It's called America now after Amerigo Vespucci, who came with Christopher Columbus and started murdering millions of us and took this landmass over. But don't be surprised, that was the prophecy that Moses told us in the Old Testament when we got away from the Hamites, the Africans, the Egyptians, Obama's people. You African Americans, you're not the same as Obama. He knows that. That's why he said the black vote. And he tricked you into voting for him. You ain't supposed to vote. They tricked you and they got you to vote today. Now they just switched it over with Kamala Harris. She's not your people.
Right.
She comes from the Elamites in the Bible, East Indian.
Right.
You're not the same people. All the people were dark before the Edomites came. You call them white people, Europeans, Romans, Russians, Americans. They're called Edomites in the Bible.
Right.
The first one to show up on the planet, before that everybody was black. Right. The first one to show up on the planet is Genesis 25 and 25.
Right.
His name is Esau. It means wasted away. He has no melanin in his skin. Read what you got.
Psalms chapter 49, verse 11.
This is why the land of Osiris in the Bible is called America today.
Right. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Esau is a proud man. He's a proud people. His inward thought is that his houses are going to go on forever. Right. That's why you see the highways getting bigger. That's why you see your hood getting torn down. And they're putting up big houses saying, hey, you can't even live here. Hell, they might even kick you out your own house. Just go in, tear down 1 or 2 walls, redo the walls, paint it a bright color, and then take it, the taxes instantly go up and say, hey, it's not worth $39,000 anymore. This house is now worth $500,000 and you can't afford it.
Right.
They can afford it. They working the same job you got and they can afford a $500,000 house. You couldn't even afford it for $39,000. It could have been paid off, but you couldn't even afford the freaking taxes on it by the end of the year.
Right.
So they put you out. Their inward thought is that their houses will remain forever. Read.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
That their kids are going to come up. They're leaving their heritage. They get the house, they put you out, they got the house, now they leave it to their kids. And their kids leave it to them. And then you build these buildings for their jobs, and then they leave it to their kids. You've been working there 30 years, making minimum wage, and then their kids come in running it, and then put you out. Right.
They call their land.
They do what?
They call their land.
They call their land, they call the land mass of Osiris in the Bible. Read.
After their own name.
America. After Amerigo Vespucci. That's the prophecy that came here.
Right.
And we knew the prophecy. We knew it was going to happen because we broke God's commandments.
Right.
Moses told us that when we was with him. Why not have you hold it? Go back. Read.
Lamentations chapter 5 verse 1. Remember, O Lord, what is come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our heritage is turned to strangers.
It says our heritage is turned to strangers. We don't even remember our heritage anymore. Hold that. Give me Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. It was prophesied that we was going to lose it though. We were going to lose our heritage. We were going to be walking around saying we're American. Wearing American clothes. Hey bro, what's your name, man? What's your name?
Isaac.
Isaac. I'm Yarakov. Isaac, what's your nationality?
I'm Honduran.
Honduran. Right here, Isaac. Do you see Honduras on here somewhere? Do you see anything on here that right here, look right here, I'm gonna show you where it's at. What is this? Guatemala to Panama. Guatemala to Panama. It's the whole area right there, right? All up through here. Guatemala to Panama. Right? What does it have beside that? Zebulon. And all the way on the end of that?
Mayans.
The Mayans. Your people were the Mayans, right? We were just going over that. They called me a so-called Native American. And the Mayans, we're the same freaking people. The same people, but we think we're different.
I'm also mestizo though. I'm half white. My father's white.
Your father's white? You're mixed? There's no such thing as mixed. Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. Watch this. So your mother's from the tribe of Zebulon. Watch this. Your mother's from the tribe of Zebulon. That's your mother. She's a great person. She's a princess, according to the Bible. Her feet's not supposed to touch the ground. Your father was supposed to carry your mother around on his back. Watch this. There's no such thing as a mixed children. Her feet weren't supposed to touch the ground. Read what you got.
Numbers chapter 1, verse 18.
Listen to this while you're walking.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
The people declared their pedigrees. The Israelites declared their pedigrees. This ain't no dog. It means your lineage, your bloodline. Read.
After their families, by the house of their fathers.
By the house of who?
Their fathers.
There's no such thing as a mixed baby.
Right.
Whatever the man is who plants that seed,
Right.
that's what the baby is. So if the man's a white man, like the brother just walked by saying, that means he's a so-called white man. I say so-called because he's an Edomite according to the Bible. His father's name is Esau. His children are called the children of Edom.
Right.
Read. Now, how does God feel about Edom? Give me that in what is that? Romans 9:13. We're gonna come back to Jeremiah. We're gonna come back to Jeremiah. Bro, I know I got you holding other stuff. We're gonna get it.
Jeremiah 17.
Yeah, 17:4. Romans 9. Read what you got. You got it. Read what you got.
Romans 9. Romans chapter 9, verse 13.
And this is how God feels about Esau. Read.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
God loves Jacob. His name was changed to Israel. He had 12 sons, the Israelites. That's you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans so-called. But God says he loves you, but watch this. Read on.
But Esau.
But who?
But Esau.
Esau is your so-called white man today. That's what we call them white. But
Right.
they're not white, they're different shades of red.
Right.
Or pink, red and hairy. Red.
But Esau have I hated.
God hates Esau. Why? Because of what he did to you, he did to his children. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. What are we reading? The Holy Bible that all of you got at home. The Holy Bible that you ignorantly go to church to on Sunday, worshiping the sun god, Ra, that was stolen from the Hamites and then put upon you by the Edomites. You're all in idolatry. And Christ is coming to burn you up. Jeremiah 17:4. Read what you got.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself,
You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, read.
shall discontinue from thine heritage.
You've discontinued from your heritage. How you doing, brother? Have you heard what we was bringing out?
Okay, he's gonna help you.
How you doing? What's your name?
Robert.
Robert?
Bridges.
Robert Bridges?
Says from Tribe of Judah.
Okay, I'm Yarikah.
Read that good.
Okay, you from the tribe of Judah, so-called African American?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this happened to your ancestors right here. I know you can see this. These pictures, what is that to you? What is that? You know what these are pictures of? Slavery. You know about slavery?
No, I don't.
You never heard about slavery?
I heard it a long time ago, but I ain't.
You're right. How'd you grow up? You grew up hard, everything was hard, you worked the fields, cotton fields, tobacco fields.
I just got a prison for 31 years.
31 years?
That's my life went down the drain.
Half of it went down the drain?
Yeah.
You say how old are you now?
I'm 64.
64? But when you was a child growing up, were the conditions great or hard?
Hard.
Hard, right? Right, because of this. Because of slavery. Slavery happened. So you saw mom and grandma probably working for,
Like a dog.
right, raising other people's children, another race of people's children. All kinds of, my grandmother worked. She had to go, she raised the doctor's children in the town that she lived in. She went and cleaned the doctor's office, raised their children, cooked for them, wore little white dresses with her head wrapped. The help is what they called it.
I need a prayer.
You need a prayer? We got a prayer for you. Give me Psalms 83. How about this prayer? Psalms 83. Listen to this. Robert, right? Right, listen to this. This is our prayer that we pray today. Read what you got. Come on over, it says. All we doing is showing our nationality. Read what you got. Hey, this is a prayer that we pray. Hey, tell me if y'all heard this prayer before. Tell me how it sounds to you, all right? Read what you got.
Psalms 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God.
This is us praying to the Most High God. It said what? You heard this before, sis? Read.
Keep not thou silence, O God.
You don't want God to keep silent, right? Read.
Hold not thy
He
peace.
said, God, don't hold your peace. Don't keep silent, because I need you. You need him, right? Read.
And and be not still, O God.
Don't be still. Read.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Wait a minute. We're addressing God's enemies here. God has enemies. It says they make a tumult. Read.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Would you believe, Robert, that there are people who hate God? Sis, y'all believe there are people who hate God? Do you hate God? You don't hate God? How do you show God that you don't hate Him? Say again?
I try to pray in the morning.
You try to pray in the morning? That's great. But how do you show God that you don't hate Him? What would you do?
I'm going to church. I'm in the homeless shelter.
You go to home. So you got a house. We had a brother that came over. He's probably in the same one you're in, maybe. Yeah, but you got shelter. There's cheap things that you need in life. Right? I mean, what else you got? How you show God you don't help him? Hey.
Got one of my disability checks going.
Say again?
Got one of my disability checks going.
All right. So you got a little income coming in.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you do with your money?
I'm about to get into a place. I take my check stub to my counselor and take a video.
Copy of it?
Doctor, yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to. I'm trying to get a nursing home down the street.
Right. How's it? Is it working out for you?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay. So get in there. Just keep doing what you're doing. It seems like you got it. You want to change your ways in out there. How about this? Do you have any addictions like alcohol, drugs, or anything like that?
I'm on 5-year probation, but I can't be caught doing nothing.
You can't be what?
I can't be caught doing nothing.
Oh, you can't be caught?
No.
Oh, okay, good. You shouldn't. You know, we all went down the wrong path. We all did some things that were wicked. Give me that in Titus. Was it Titus 3 and was it 3 and 3? Something like that? Yeah. Titus 3 and 3. Watch this. We've all did things that was just out there. Some of us, you know, we got harder penalties pushed on us than others. But now that you realize it, you got to change. Watch this. Read what you got.
Titus chapter 3 verse 3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish.
We were sometimes foolish. We went out there doing crazy things. Some people robbed cars, stole cars. Some people shot at people. Some people sold drugs. Whatever it is you was doing, you was foolish, right? Read.
Disobedient, deceived, serving divers lusts.
We were disobedient and deceived. Because what happened is we was around the wrong crowd. One, we was disobedient to God. We didn't know His laws, statutes, and commandments. We was going to the church. They don't teach you that. They just give you a song and hymn, tell you to sing, dance, cry if you want to, but give me your money before you leave. And that's nowhere in the Bible. You know, the Bible doesn't say get a pastor your money, get a church your money. They call it tithes. That's not tithes. Tithes is food.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.